This is The Warning.
It is April the 25th, and the Trump administration is sinking. It's crashing. It's falling apart. It's melting. Now, its failure doesn't make it any less dangerous. It makes it more dangerous, profoundly more dangerous. There is no animal that is more frightening or dangerous than a cornered one. And increasingly, that is what Donald Trump is. He is cornered by the Wall Street Journal, who every day on its editorial pages has chosen not to lie about the chaos he has brought to the American economy. Home sales in the country have completely collapsed, all the way back to the same levels in 2009. Everywhere, Donald Trump is issuing threats. He is threatening free media. His minions, like Sean Spicer, are threatening independent journalists. CBS News capitulated so they could line the pockets in a transaction between Sherry Redstone, hundreds million dollar donors to the cause of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is threatening Canada. Donald Trump is threatening Zelensky. Donald Trump is threatening the financing company that accepts donations from the Democratic Party, trying to shut it down, trying to investigate it. Donald Trump's Attorney General, Pam Bondi, and a group of Christian nationalist hypocrites, Little Marco, Pete Hegseth, are leading a task force that they promise to stop the punishment of America's Christians. It's all a lie, it's all nonsense, and it's dangerous. We are witnessing the greatest abuses of power and the greatest acts of corruption in the 250-year history of the United States. And unless the American people demand it stop, it will not. Unless the Democratic Party in Washington, D.C., under the pathetic leadership of Chuck Schumer, demands it stop, it will not stop. The Democratic Party needs to make clear Trump's nominations for all confirmed positions are over, unless and until he backs off. Incredibly, it is Steve Bannon who seems to understand the danger of Elon Musk, not Chuck Schumer. It is Steve Bannon who has demanded that Elon Musk certify in a declaration before he's chased out of government service what data he and his Doge team have collected and kept on ordinary Americans. Elon Musk is watching you, and so is his team of incels. Do you like that? Do you think it's appropriate? Do you care at all about liberty or freedom? Or are you a human sheep? And if you are, let me be the first to tell you what a rotten American you are, because Americans are fearless people. Americans are free people. And no free American will tolerate the officious and despotic conduct of a wannabe tyrant from the American White House ever. This weekend, the White House Correspondents Association will gather in Washington to celebrate, well, themselves. There is no group of people anywhere that have performed outside the direct reports to Donald Trump with more incompetence than the White House Correspondents Association. They're going to celebrate the First Amendment this weekend? Please. Fox News is a member in good standing with the White House Correspondents Association. That's all you need to know. If there was a decent White House Correspondents Association and ethical journalism at the White House Correspondents Association, all in any relationships to the Fox News lie machine, propaganda machine would be severed. There would be fearless journalists asking questions. Instead, the White House Correspondents Association is one half of the Trump partnership that puts on a show every day that frightens the American people, that scares them, and presumes that Trump and his sick signing of these executive orders in dictator cosplay, that he actually has the power when he does not. Donald Trump has been president for almost 100 days. Let me ask this question. How many effective questions have been asked by a Trump spokesperson in 100 days on CNN? How many? 10? And if you take Aaron Burnett out of the equation, 1? In the end, it is the putrefied 21st century access journalism that lifted Trump to the White House. And this event, this weekend in Washington, shows the hypocrisies and deeply strips bare the cynicism that Trump thrives in. And very few Democrats and very few members of the media seem to have any sense about whatsoever. Now, when it comes to Donald Trump, when it comes to his extremist cabinet, there has never been an example of more incompetence and more whining. The victimization of these people who complain at every instance that it isn't their fault, that, oh, someone did this to me. Pete Hegseth, well, poor Pete, he's been living under a conspiracy all his life, it seems. Everyone is out to get him. Everyone is out to get every one of them. Let's just listen for a sampling.
You know, what a big surprise that a few leakers get fired and suddenly a bunch of hit pieces come out from the same media that peddled the Russia hoax. Won't give back their Pulitzers. They got Pulitzers for a bunch of lies. Pulitzers for a bunch of lies.
Donald Trump is picking up the phone, calling Wall Street executives, telling them what insanity is coming next. Donald Trump is making billions on Bitcoin deals in the White House and selling them to people who will have dinner with him. The legalized corruption is everywhere. We are living in an ethical apocalypse. The rules have been disregarded, the law ignored. Nobody in power in Washington cares about you, about the rules, about any of it. What they care about is the apportionment of power between a small cabal. And while it was corrupt and unseemly, it did not impinge at the core level on our democracy until, like all cancers, it spread from a non-vital place to an essential organ in the body. And now the life of the patient, America, is up in the air, at stake. A titanic struggle underway, one that cannot be lost, one that cannot be backed away from, one that cannot be run away from. A fight about freedom between two sides, one that wants to defend it and one that wants to take it. Americans had best wake up, because as this administration fails and Donald Trump gets weaker, the danger of his misconduct and insanity will grow exponentially. This is The Warning.
I'm Steve Schmidt. This is The Warning. I invite you to join this community where I promise to be honest, blunt, and direct about what is happening in this country. America is in crisis. Follow and subscribe to this channel and on Substack. Thank you.